Hi, I'm Andrew Armstrong and welcome to the Back Office Teardown Lab. Now, you might know young Jared, the multi-rotor guy. Well, he found these being thrown out. And he sent me a picture of these while I was abroad. And they were all illuminated. And he said, Andrew, you've got some toys here to play with. And I was like, ooh, okay. So I found a box of 4 of these waiting for me, and there's nothing. They're not illuminated. So I was like, okay, that's weird. How were they illuminated? Did he connect a mains wire to them? And it turns out these are some sort of fancy-pantsy emergency lights. So they're 220 to 240 volts, 50 hertz. And I was having a little play, and it looks like they've got, you see that sort of ring that slides off, which is quite neat. And they are LED lights, but they're not just irregular LED lights, they are emergency ones. So apparently when there's a power outage they come on. So I don't know if they're designed to stay on all the time or if they only come on when there's a power outage or something else. I really don't know. They're by Tridonic, and it says this is a Talix module, and this is dated 2012, so it's a fairly old design, but it's a really nice design. You see there's a gasket in here, so it seals nicely. I think I can just do a tiny bit out. There you go. So you can see there's a gasket, right, rad. And then there's 2 screws here that you can undo, and you can tell I've obviously had a quick look in here because I was so curious I had to see. And what's really nice is you can see that if this is mounted on the ceiling, these screws don't like drop out. They've got, you know, circlips keeping them in. But not only that, this panel, it's really good for access because it just sort of, it's hinged there, and there's even a spirit level bubble on there. So I think these ones are actually installed on a wall, and you can see there's some gubbins in here, and if I do a little bit of tinkering, I think I should be able to pull that hinge out. Yeah. I'm going to be a bit careful because you can see there's something there sticking out. And apparently that is a charge indicator. So we don't want to damage the charge indicator. So let's zoom in a little bit. So we'll have a look at this module. So you can see it's a Tridonic EM Power LED 15 watts basic CLE NiCad. So it's a combined LED driver and NiCad battery charger, and that's that cell that you see here. And there's just a standard charge, 160 milliamps times 15 hours. So it takes a long time to charge these up. 3.6 volts, 1600 milliamp hours. So it's basically, I'm guessing, a trickle charge. I'm not sure if they even stop trying to charge these. I think they just keep putting power in, but what do I know? And it says it's a 3-hour duration from 3 cells. So I'm guessing that thing there, that NiCad pack we looked at, contains equivalent of 3 cells. Output current 470 milliamps, output voltage 33 volts max. So you have some options here. So you've got an unswitched supply live, a PIR input, a neutral, and a switched supply. So So the reason you have a switch supply and an unswitched supply, I'm guessing, is that you can turn these on and off, but however they need to have that supply constantly to tell whether or not power's been cut. So how does it know when it's going to put on its LEDs? So it also has a maintained LED and emergency LED. So let's have a look at these wires. So this wire, 2 sets of wires go to the EM, emergency LED. Okay, and then you've got maintained. So look here. This is cute. There's 2 totally separate circuits here. So you can follow them through. I'm just looking. Bear with me. So I'm thinking some of these basically are the emergency. Maybe it's like a couple of them are the emergency and then the remainder are the full LED. So it's something like that. Some combination of the 2. Unless we get some power in this, we'll never know. But I'm curious about this PIR input because that's this second wire here. See, there's a second wire, and I should just do a bit more of a better job tracing that. So I'm just going to trace the wire. It appears to be this one, and it's going through some cable clips. Yep, so there's a second wire, but it's going to the same live here. So I'm guessing you could pop that out and then pop a PIR in. So that's kind of groovy. You could reconfigure this, and there's a bit of sticky there. That's the back of that reflector. So it's just a piece of reflecting, sticky reflecting tape. Basically, probably polish it up. if necessary. Yeah, I don't know. It's almost one of those materials. Oh, in fact, that's a stainless steel. That's a heat sink there. So this is the shiny bit there in the middle. So that's kind of funky. I guess I would like to hook some power up onto these, and if they can basically go on and off as you want on a switch, I think I might just wire more in, because I could always have more light in the back office. There's never enough light for when I do my close work. But not only that, it might be nice to pop them, in the house in a few spaces, because you never know. We do get power cuts here from time to time, and having that little emergency light would be awesome. In fact, we do have in the house some hallway lamps, which could be a direct swap for that. So yeah, very good find. I don't know how much they are, but I should suspect these will be very expensive in a skip, so I'm very pleased. Right, but before I sign off, let me get some power on and let's have a quick look at the LEDs. Okay, stage 1. I've hooked up the live, but not the switched live. So you can see I do have this glowing light, which I'm guessing means it's got power. I'm going to open it very gingerly because I don't want to get zapped. So you can see I've kind of just wired it in temporarily into there. So one test will be, and it might take time for us to charge up, will be to let it do this and then just really remove the power. Oh, there you go. It worked. Hurrah! So you can see the emergency LEDs were those 4 in there, and they didn't last very long because we don't have much juice going on. So I do need to have a switched live in there. So while we're there, let's grab one of our special wires. If we can get, when I say special wires, I just mean any sort of general jumper. Now this is all disconnected, of course, but I'm just going to put a wire between the live contact, and the switched live contact. It's in there like that, nicely. Shut the lid, and I'm going to plug her in. Whoa! Hey-oh! Okay, that is bright. It's like looking into the sun. Oh, makes this look dirty now. Got to give it a little bit of a clean. Someone splashed some paint on there. By Jove, that's a nice fitting. So you can see though from around the picture, everything's going to be dark. The aperture on the camera is closed down, so you can see how bright this really is because it's dulled down. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to unplug it and let's see what it looks like in emergency mode, and keep my hand here so you can see palm up. Yeah, so that's a nice gentle glow. I think you'll be very happy to have that glow in the middle of the night or something if you're trying to stumble down the stairs because of a power cut. But woohoo! That's kind of neat. It makes me want to go out and have a look now for more of these technologies, really, because I think that they'd be really useful in a household context. Especially now, because if you've got your live wired in, and that's kind of the only annoying thing, is that you've got to make sure you've got the live to the unit and then the switched live elsewhere. But it does mean you can actually use those additional connectors there and attach that PIR and all these other gadgets that basically are going to run off this. So very fun. So thank you so much, Jared. I'm very appreciative of getting 4 of these to play with. And the only thing I've got to decide is now where to put them. In the house, in the back office. Maybe replace some of these other LED lights I've got here. Hope that's use of you. I hope you found some use in this video and some use to you. Please feel free to ping me in the Discord anytime and let's chat. Thank you so much. As ever, bye bye.